February 13, 2023. A date with Rachmaninov. Jason watched the clock closely. He could hear the quiet ticks ring out in the silence of the house. The long hand was about to hit 6, meaning that his piano teacher should be coming up his driveway at any minute. He, of course, was already sitting on the piano bench with his fingers poised delicately on the black and white keys. This would happen every day at 5:25 p.m. because he could barely wait the 5 minutes until his teacher arrived. Jason, Miss Miss Cecilia is here, his mother called out from her upstairs office. She had the perfect vantage point from there and could see his teacher's car pulling up. Just one time, he thought. Jason liked everything to go according to plan. According to plan routine, was a dear friend of the dedicated piano student. The two always started with skills. Jason hardly had to think while getting his fingers warmed up. He had grown used to his fingers traveling up and down the keys. Miss Cecilia called it habit memory, something she said she had learned in a answer, anthropology class when she was in college. A man named Paul Connaughton had written about the term, Jason remembered, and it meant that your body retained certain knowledge without having to think about it, just like the way you remember how to ride a bike even if you don't do it for a while. Miss Cecilia had explained to Jason, so as he performed the skills on the piano, Jason thought about Miss Connaughton. Today we will be tackling a new piece, Miss Cecilia said to him on that sunny afternoon. This one is hard, but with a lot of practice, one day you'll master it, she said, pulling out a piece of sheet music. She placed it in front of Jason. He noticed that it was well used, with tiny tears on the sides of the page and yellowed edge spots. On the top he read, Piano Concert, Concerto No. 1, Rachmaninov. Beneath, he could see a swarm of black notes that played out in a frenzy. Although Jason could sight read, meaning that he could easily read the music notes on the sheet and play from them, he knew that this would be a tough one. Miss Cecilia noticed his bewildered expression. Don't worry, we'll practice bit by bit. As he drove his car down Amsterdam Avenue in New York City, Jason thought of that day when he first sat down with the composer Rachmaninov. At least that's what it felt like to him, like meeting the famous musician personally. He fumbled through the first couple of pages with Miss Cecilia before they called it quits for the day, but he still felt like he got to know the late 19th century composer. Lost in his memory, Jason almost missed the red light that shone through the heavy rain. He stepped on his brakes, and the car skidded to a halt. He checked his watch. Almost 5:30. He grew frustrated at the light. He hated being late, but he was nearly at his destination. The hands on his watch displayed 5:21 as he climbed out into the rain after he had parked. He ran into the building, umbrella in hand, careful not to step in any puddles. Once he entered the revolving glass doors, the doorman greeted him. "Good evening, Mr. Nolan," he said, as Jason smoothed out his suit. Jason nodded back and continued, weaving through an elegant hallway. He took a deep breath before he pushed through two large black doors. He looked at his watch one last time. 5:30, right on the dot. The lights of Avery Fisher Hall shone brightly on the stage, illuminating the members of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra. Jason calmly walked over to his piano, nestled behind the musicians, who were quietly cleaning their instruments before rehearsal in the famous Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts. On the schedule tonight was Rachmaninov Piano Concerto No. 1. Jason thought of Miss Cecilia one last time before the conductor raised his hands to signal the start of the piece. Thank you for watching.